the factory this car comes out from is from Wuhan. And if you want something to spread really fast, where do you think it should come from? Pun intended, but yeah.
1 week later.
Hey guys, welcome to the video. So a couple of days ago, I was at the e-car expo at Stockholm, and it was an incredibly fun day because I got to spend a lot of time with new electric cars from different brands. But that's going to be on a separate video, so be sure to subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications. But these two electric cars I wasn't expecting at all, and that is the Eletre and the Emia, and they're from Lotus. Yeah, you heard the name, Lotus, the 75-year-old British car brand that's known for making ultra lightweight internal combustion engine sports cars. But the playing field is changing, and Lotus also wants a piece of that EV cake. And what particular way to get into the electric car game with an electric SUV and an electric sports car? Particularly the electric SUV, Lotus calls the Eletre, and they say it's the world's first hyper ultra SUV. I guess we'll find out. This is the Lotus Eletre in solar yellow. It's probably the most dope color configuration for me. I could see some Lamborghini Urus vibes for me on the exterior of the car, and that's pretty insane. Aerodynamic is definitely important for this car. You have this huge air duct on the hood that channels airflow over the top of the car. In back, there's an insanely large air duct that smooths airflow out the back of this car. It's so huge that I do not even need a car wow stick of truth here. This beautiful light bar, which I would say has become the norm these days on cars, well, I appreciate having a full LED light bar at the back of this car. Lotus are also future-proofing this car for full autonomous driving in the future. So apart from the myriad of cameras surrounding this car, you have these LiDAR sensors that recess into the body of the car when not in use. You have a rear view camera instead of a traditional rear view mirror. In back, there are two spoilers that looks like fins, and LiDAR sensors and cameras. But what's it like to drive? Okay guys, this is my first drive on the Lotus Eletre, and this is the Eletre S. And Lotus says that this is their first hyper ultra luxury SUV. And yeah, first time driving, I'm not disappointed. I have here with me from Lotus, what's your name again please?
Fanny?
Fanny, thank you for having me here today. And whoa, this car drives okay. I mean, all the electric stuffs in this car, like the stats on this car is what amazes me. This car is 600 horsepower and about how many newton meters of torque?
600.
600. That the numbers on this car are really insane. The range about 600 or thereabout. 600 kilometers on range. 600 kilometers on range. Yeah, that's insane. And something I should mention before in this first drive is the user interface. So this is an Unreal Engine 5 user interface. You can see how it's rendering even people walking on the street. I haven't experienced such high quality on a screen apart from Tesla. Okay, we're going right. Sometimes it's difficult to talk and drive and navigate, but we're doing a good job. And it's really dynamic. Ooh. Acceleration is strong in this car. First thing noticing. And the steering is really precise. I'm not getting a lot of feedback on the steering, but there's a precision to the steering. You have lane keep assist that is buzzing me to stay on track. We could just turn that off. But this car drives well, better than most electric cars. And I was expecting to see a Lotus, more to talk about an electric Lotus or an SUV for example, because Lotus as a British car brand has always made more sports cars.
Correct.
Yeah, so this is their first.
But this is a sporty SUV.
This is a sporty SUV, okay.
I mean, don't you? Oh, it's on the right here.
Okay, right. Mm-hmm.
I think that's the beauty of this car.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
How the way it drives. It is an SUV, but I mean, it's made for the driver.
Yeah,
it's
made
so
for the
exciting.
driver. Let's see acceleration. Whoa. That's 600 horsepower is more than enough power for this car. It should weigh about like 2.3 tons.
It's
How much does it weigh?
Yeah, more like 2.7.
2.7. And acceleration figures on this car is ballistic. It goes 0 to 60 in like 3 seconds or thereabouts. For this S, I'm sure the 900 horsepower one should do about
2.9.
2.9. So 2.9
2.95,
seconds
yeah.
in an SUV. Wow. One of the things my mind is blown off is the material quality in this car. I mean, okay, Lotus for this brand is like the top in the luxury brand for the electric cars owned by Geely. Then you have Polestar, and then you have Secure and the other ones. And this one lives up to its name. It lives up to its expectation. Of course, Lotus wants to go mass market, and the factory this car comes out from is from Wuhan. And if you want something to spread really fast, where do you think it should come from? Pun intended, but yeah, it comes from Wuhan. So I guess this car is gonna, I hope it does, spread really fast.
I hope so too.
But wow, I'm impressed. It's quiet and the interior is quiet. I would say there's an artistic mindset in the design of this car. Was it designed by the Chinese or it was designed by Lotus?
No, so Lotus is now a global brand, we could say.
Yeah.
It's designed by our design studio is in the UK.
Okay.
And our engineering offices are in Germany.
Okay.
And the production is in China.
Is in China. Okay. Then that makes a lot of sense because material quality inside here is exquisite. I don't think there's like a particular kind of word I can use to explain it in the video, but sitting here in person, wow. Are we going left or right?
Right.
Right, okay. One thing I haven't experienced is driving a car with, cameras instead of like traditional wing mirrors. And we as human beings were used to depth perception, if I should say. And it's not hard, it's quite, instead of looking outside, I now find it easy to calibrate my brain. Instead of looking outside the glass, I can just look down here or there, and it makes a lot of sense. If I was a buyer for this car, which I'm not rich enough to buy, but if I'm a buyer of this car, I would go for the cameras. How about you? Would you go for cameras? Same thing.
Because honestly, at the beginning, like it takes like a first drive to get used to it.
Yeah.
But then you really see how more
easy it is.
And also like the quality of the image you get. You have a wider angle. And
can kind of move it around.
And even if you have it's touchscreen. If you are driving at night, the quality is much better.
Yeah.
Than just normal mirrors.
Yes.
So I would go for that as well.
The material on the steering, like it's great. I can hold the steering all day, every day. It's kind of oddly shaped, like a
sporty shape.
Octagon. Yeah, it's like 8 sides, I guess. But yeah, I'm blown away on this first drive of this car. How would you spec your ultimate Eletre? What would be the specs for you in terms of power and
I think this one is already very good. The Eletre S with the 600 horsepower is already very good.
Yeah.
It's there.
Okay. Oh, my bad. Sorry, people.
Yeah, I would go with this one.
Yeah.
I would maybe go with the 4-seater because then here is a 5-seater. We have the 4-seater.
Okay, there's the 4-seater version.
Yes.
So the middle seat is more like of a lounge, of course.
Yeah, and then the 4 seats are. It's on the right here.
Okay. Oh, my bad.
The 4 seats are then, you can go around because I think this guy is not going in. The 4 seats are real seats, so you would have the massage option also available in the back.
Yes.
So I think I would go for that.
Can we go in?
Yes, we can go in.
Okay. But I mean, like, it's a short first drive. I've got my mind blown by this interface and everything on this car. Honestly, I haven't really experienced much of it. Should we go?
She's gonna open them.
Okay.
You want to talk about the sound?
And the sound system.
Yeah.
There. Okay, so you said it was built with
our hardware is our speakers are from Kev. And then and we also work with Dolby, and we have a Dolby Atmos system here in the car.
Yeah, I mean, we just tested it like earlier before we started the video, and I'm like, yeah, this is this is like way past my expectations. I really like the speakers. I would spec with the same speakers just as this one. Wait, can we pull it?
Yeah, just
there.
between the cars. There.
Okay, yeah. Does this come equipped with auto park functions?
Yes.
Should, yeah.
It does, yeah.
But like I said, short drive. Whoever has watched this video, thank you guys. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you for having me on this car.
Thank you for coming to us.
Thank you so much. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.